Hey guys, it's Gameface here and welcome back to episode 11 of my Leeds United career mode. Now in today's episode I've got some games to get through. We're also now in the January transfer window as well, so we're going to hopefully make a couple of signings to add to our squad and hopefully try and boost our team a little bit in terms of the size of the squad and also obviously the quality of the team as well. We're going to be looking in particular though at pre-contract agreements, trying to sign them up and getting players in for next season as opposed to bringing in players for now, because I think the squad that we've got currently is pretty good, but of course from the end of the season it will have aged another year since the start of the season, so we will have to look at it again at that point. So we are going to be taking a look, first of all, at some player contracts. We're going to be trying to sort those out. We've got a lot of players that don't have too much longer left on their contracts, so we're going to try and sort a few of them out and hopefully get them to stay at the club for a little bit longer as well. Before we get into things though, if we could try and hit 100 likes on today's episode, I'd really appreciate it. Also, if you're new to the channel or if you haven't subscribed yet, please go ahead, hit that subscribe button down below, and that'd be absolutely fantastic. Let's crack on with today's episode here. As you can see, a few players we have on loan, like Lazarga, Pennington, Borthwick, Jackson. Those players all only have 5 months left on a deal, of course, because they're only going to be here for 5 months longer. So it's a shame about that. We obviously want to try and sign Lazarga, I think, permanently once that loan expires, but obviously he's going to be a very expensive player for just to try and get permanently, so we'll wait and see what happens come the end of the season. Borthwick Jackson, another player as well, which would be nice to sign, but I think another pretty pricey player. Maybe we could find a cheaper option in his position. So we won't focus on those 3 guys because they're obviously loan players, but Pablo Hernandez is a player I want to try and extend his contract. He's got 6 months left, so obviously he'll leave at the end of the season, or maybe in the January transfer window on a pre-contract agreement. Obviously we don't want that to happen, and I'm going to try and offer a 2-year contract, so obviously that would extend it for a further year. So it'd be a year contract extension, but obviously a 2-year contract during negotiations. Seems like I can't do that because I already negotiated with him earlier. Hopefully we can negotiate with him at some later stage in the season. Hopefully he doesn't decide to leave on a pre-contract agreement as well. A player that I would like to try and sign up is Shaughnessy. He currently has, again, 6 months left on his deal. We're going to offer a contract extension and go into talks with him. I think he's like 20 or 21 or something. I've been a fan of him actually in game. He's obviously played a little bit for in real life for Leeds as well. So we're hopefully going to offer him some sort of scrap role. I think prospect is what we're going to go for. Maybe he wants sporadic. We'll wait and see what he says. Yeah, he just wants sporadic. Okay, so we'll accept that and we'll see exactly everything else that he's interested in. So we're going to go, I think, a 4-year contract. Get him until he's 25. Hopefully he's okay with that. Let's see what he says. Yes, that's what he's after. And we'll disregard a release clause, which is okay with him. A wage of 5 grand, additional fees, signing on, yeah, I think we'll actually just accept it, to be honest, not even going to negotiate any further. We'll just accept it and let it join and get a 4-year contract. Other players like McKay and also Adur or something like that, those guys will probably end up leaving us, to be honest, not going to offer them new deals at all. Luke Haley will also get a new contract, but that'll be, I think, in the summer. We'll give it to him when he has a year left on his deal and hopefully negotiate something there. But for now, we're not going to offer any more new contracts. Pretty happy with what we've done there. We're going to take a look at the transfer hub. I take a look at this guy from QPR. Now, he was, I think, listed on our shortlist. I don't know if it was this window. I might well have been the last window. I can't remember now. But we have listed him, and we are going to try and sign him. We're going to approach to sign him. He has obviously got a contract, pre-contract agreement, which we can negotiate if we want to, because he's got 6 months left on his deal. So that's the way we're going to do. We're going to approach to sign him now and see what sort of agreement we can come to, so he can join us at the end of the season. Quite like the look of him. 72 overall, decent centre mid. I think will offer us something a little bit different in there. Not being so impressed with Click, so he might well leave us in the summer. Let's wait and see what sort of squad role he's after. I'm going to go rotational. Hopefully he agrees. Let's see what he says. He wants important. We'll go with important. That's what I was going to give him anyway. Always underplaying it though. Current wage is 17 grand, and don't know how much he's going to demand for a wage. That could be a sticking point actually for us. But first of all, the contract is going to be a 4-year deal. Hopefully he's okay with signing that. No, he wants a 2-year deal. Okay, we'll counter that. We'll go 3 then. Got to meet in the middle, surely. Yeah, he'll go with that. A 3-year contract and no release clause. That's good with us. We'll accept that, and let's see what wage. 28, that's ridiculous. That's a non-starter really for us. Yeah, we'll counter, but I can't go anywhere near to 28.5. We can go to 20, I think, is what we'll go with, but I think he's going to want significantly increased bonuses as well. So we'll submit that offer, not expecting too much, to be honest, from this one. We'll wait and see what he comes back and says. 26 grand. And negotiations, not going ahead with that. 26 grand is a ridiculous amount. Not interested in paying it. We could obviously change the budget a little bit if we wanted to, but 26 grand I think overall is a little bit too much for us. I've changed around the budget a little bit. We've now got £5 million and 40 grand a week on the wage, so that makes it a little bit more acceptable. Can we actually go back to that or not? Have I just outright rejected him? Yeah, I just rejected him. Okay, we'll now move on to the striker, though. We are looking at bringing a new striker for next season. Obviously, we don't know what's going to happen with Lasogga, so we're going to have to try and bring in somebody just to make sure that we are able to have a striker come at the start of the season. And I think this could be the guy that we go for. He's worth £14 million, 79 overall, 6 foot, got great strength, decent pace, I think, on him as well. And he's recommended in the last episode to try and sign him, and that's exactly what we're going to try and do. I've obviously know him, I've seen him before on other FIFAs and things, but it kind of makes sense to go from 6 months left on his deal, such a small wage, which hopefully won't ask for a huge increase on, and worth £14 million. The perfect sort of Lasogga replacement. Obviously, we want to try and get Lasogga as well, but certainly a good option for us. I might be that we get rid of Grot, and that'll be how we sort of free up another striker space. But yeah, I think it'll be a really interesting one for us. We're going to take a look at him now. Approach to sign. Obviously, a little bit more money on the wage, and hopefully got a bit more of negotiating power this time. Okay, he expects to be untouchable in terms of in the start of the lineup every week, unless he gets injured, of course. Crucial first team player. Happy to go with that. Let's see, 3-year contract. I was looking for 4, to be honest, but we'll see. We'll counter. We'll say 4 and see what he comes back and says. He's happy with that. Okay, we'll have the extra 4-year deal. Release clause. We don't want release clause. Happy with that. Let's see, wage-wise. Wow, I'm very happy with that, actually. If he scores 20 goals, he gets a bonus. I tell you what, I'm happy to go along with that. If he scores that many amount of goals, I'm happy to give him a bonus. Wage also under 20 grand, happy with that. I mean, considering what we were about to pay the other guy, who was 72 rated, centre mid, 26 grand a week, 19.5 for this guy who's a striker, 79 overall, really, really good player. Absolutely going to do that, except, and he'll come in at the end of the season. Really happy to have signed him, and will be a Leeds United player for the start of the new season. Looking forward to it, obviously, worth £14 million. Can't really argue too much with that. A bargain for us, really. We're also going to take a look at another player as well to try and sign for next season. Now, I'm obviously trying to build a team for next season because I'm assuming that we're going to go into the Premier League, and I have to assume that because we're currently top of the league by a decent margin, 11 points, I think it is, and that's why I'm trying to bring in some high-quality players. This guy, I think, also could be another one as well. I think he's like 75 overall, centre mid, very fast player as well from midfielder. Very happy to hopefully try and bring him in, and we'll wait and see how he gets on. I think growth-wise, he's also got some good potential in there as well. So, going to try and sign him up again. Looking to bring in various different players from different parts of the world, and hopefully try and make some sort of decent Premier League team ready for the start of the next season. He's got a release clause of £15 million, which indicates that he's a relatively good player as well. We'll approach to sign him now. Hopefully, his wage demands aren't going to be too bad. We'll wait and find out, I suppose, in negotiations here. Let's take a look at his squad role first of all. Go to important. We'll wait to see what they say to that. He must be crucial. Had a feeling, to be honest, 75 overall. You're probably going to expect that. We'll accept it, and he will join us hopefully next season if we can agree on everything else. So currently 23 years old. I want to go 5-year deal. Hopefully he's okay with that. Maybe 2 years. That's pathetic. We'll counter 4 years. Come on, got to accept 4. Surely. Still saying 2 years. Counter 3. That's in between 2 and 4. Okay, we'll go 3 years. Luckily got away with that one. No release clause as well, which is good. That's something I wanted to remove from his last deal. So we'll accept that. And now onto the wage. No idea what he's currently on, so it's a real sort of stab in the dark. No clue whatsoever. Probably not good that we don't have any idea. Okay, so I've just looked it up and it seems like it might be as much as 30 grand a week that he's on. So that could be very interesting. We'll wait and see exactly what sort of response we get with 20 grand a week. Obviously, we can't really afford that, but we'll submit the offer anyway. We'll see exactly what they say. Hopefully, it doesn't put them off completely. Okay. Yeah, it has. Completely insulting. They'll see themselves out. A bit awkward, isn't it? Can we come back with negotiations? No? Okay, you could try again in a week. Oh, okay. Okay, so we'll wait a week then, that's fine. And I think another guy that we're going to make a move for is a centre attacking mid. He's called Cisaretti. If you didn't see my codes last year, then you won't probably have heard of him, to be honest. I can't remember who I signed him for, though, but we signed him and we brought him and he did a good job for us. So we're going to hopefully try and bring him in. And it's kind of looking to the future a little bit. Pablo Hernandez might not necessarily stay with us. Obviously, we failed in the negotiations with him. So we're going to take a look at Cisaretti. He can play left wing, right wing, as well as centre attacking mid. So it could be a good option. Left-footed player as well. And I think would really fit in those sort of front three roles that we've got at the moment with the other guys that we have in there. So I think he could be a good option for us. We're going to go with him, get another player with 6 months left on his deal. So again, it makes a good amount of sense. And we're going to hopefully just, again, stab in the dark a little bit, see exactly how much they're wanting for him. Crucial first team player, first of all. I think he's 75 overall again, so makes sense for that. And I think he's got potential of 82 as well. So hopefully we can get him into the side. Contract length, I'd like it to be 4 years. Hopefully they're okay with that. Don't say 2. Why does everyone want a 2-year deal? We'll counter 3-year contract, hopefully go in between that, and yes, that'll be accepted. Let's not have a release clause, that's good news, let's accept that, and let's move on to the wage, which is obviously the sticking point in the last deal. So we are just going to, I think he's on 15 is what I've got on my screen here, so we are going to go with, I think, 15 to begin with. Again, hopefully it doesn't put them off. Signing a bonus of $500,000. I'd much rather them come in with an offer themselves, but we'll submit an offer, see what they say. Hopefully, again, doesn't put them off. 24 grand, and they've got an appearance bonus in there as well. That's, yeah, not great. We'll try and edit the wage a little bit. We'll go 22 and submit the offer. Let's see what he comes back and says. 24, that's his negotiation. Go back to the previous amount that he asked for. It's not really negotiating that, that's just asking for the same amount. We'll just go ahead and accept it. It's worked, but that's only because I can't bother to go any further with this. So 24 grand a week. He joins us next season. Really happy again to make that signing. Really just adding to our sort of squad depth and our strength, assuming that we're going to get into the Premier League next season. So let's go a little bit further now, and hopefully we can return to some of those deals that didn't quite work for us and try and sign those guys up before the end of the transfer window. It seems like we probably will. We'll get onto the Wolves game now, though, before we are able to do that. And we'll also take a look at the monthly scouting update as well, which is always quite interesting to see what sort of youngsters are coming through the youth academy. Okay, so it's English players. We're going to take a look, see if there's anybody that stands out in particular. Peter Wright certainly does. Liam Brown also looks decent as well. And I think other than that, it's tempting to take Isaac Richardson. Do we take him? It's 15. I think we'll take him. And I think we'll just reject the rest. Okay, so it's this game now against Wolves. This is the team we're going to go with. Loniger starts in goal. Berardi, Shaughnessy, Cooper and Borthwick Jackson in defence. Phillips, O'Kane, Dallas, Roof and Gomez in midfield. And then Trubisky starting up front for us. This is the bench I've gone with. Pennington, Ayling, Click, Sayaz, Sacco, Ekiban and Grot all on there. So obviously a change team. It's a cup team as well. So we are going to give some guys a rest after we played maybe like 4 or 5 days ago. The next game I think is against Ipswich in about a week's time. So there's a little bit of rest time in there as well. But I have gone significantly weaker than maybe you'd expect, despite obviously not loads of games in recent times, but I still think it's worth rotating the team a little bit and giving some other players a bit of a run out. I still think that the team's good enough. Obviously got some good players in there. Gomez and Roof in particularly good form as well. Stuart Dallas not doing too bad when he's come on the pitch, with Trubisky up front, who's also in great form. So the front four looks good. Hopefully that's going to be enough to carry us through this game. Okay, let's go for this game against Wolves in the Cup. Let's wait and see how we get on. Hopefully gets ourselves a good victory here as well. Oh, what a goal. What a finish that is. Great finesse into the top right-hand corner. Wolves winning the game 1-0 inside the first 10 minutes. Don't know who's finished that off, but it's brilliant from whoever it is. Is it Bonattini or was it somebody else? Not quite sure. It was a fantastic strike, couldn't stop it. You can just see the way he comes inside here. Defender's got a little bit close to him, and then it just rebounds nicely for him. He's able to turn and shoot. It's very, very lucky. We get very unlucky there ourselves, and yeah, win the game 1-0. Not a good start. It's Jota there who gets the goal, and we are losing the game 1-0 9 minutes in. Roof. Waiting for Trubisky. Chipped over to Trubisky, who's going to try and head down to Gomez. Oh, and he scores. That's fantastic. Keeps it in the air beautifully. And Gomez scores on his right foot on the volley. 20 minutes in, got ourselves the equalising goal there. Really happy with that one. Okay, a little bit different, a little bit fluky maybe, but it finds its way to Gomez, who smashes it home, makes no mistake of it. And a really, really good finish from him. Let's watch it back on the replay. Just look at this little chip from Roof. Finds Trubisky, eventually just wins it, flicks it on, and smashes it past John Ruddy into the top left-hand corner. Great finish, and we are drawing the game 1-1 now. Okay, so now we've got ourselves back in level terms just about 10 or 11 minutes later. Hopefully we can get ourselves in front now against Wolves. Obviously it's been a mixed start to the game. I think it's kind of been 1 or 2 chances for each team, to be honest, and we just happened to score them. So it should be interesting to see what happens in the rest of the match. So far they've been pretty impressed with a couple of players going forward. That front four looks very strong together. Dallas Crows for the cross, and to be fair, John Ruddy comes out and punches away really well. Okay, running forward, making a strong run as well. Roof on the left of him, now going to play it to Gomez, who's going to fake shot inside. Played across to Trubisky, who scores. It's now 2-1. We've got ourselves in front, and it's a good turnaround from us, actually, considering we're losing the game 1-0, 8 or 9 minutes in, 26 minutes in now in front by 2-1. Really happy with that one, actually. Fantastic cutback, and it's Gomez getting himself an assist as well as getting that goal earlier on, so really happy with his performance on the left-hand side. Roof, though, plays that pass over to him, and Trubisky just finds himself in a great position to be cut it back to and finishes it past Ruddy, who's not going to be able to save it. 2-1, got ourselves in front. Let's try and push on, hopefully get a few more goals. Chance here for Wolves, and good save by Lonergan. One-on-one opportunity there for the attacker, unable to capitalise from it though. Roof onto Stuart Dallas, going to hit this one from range. Stuart Dallas, oh, thought he found the bottom right-hand corner. John Ruddy, I think, just gets enough to it for a corner just on the stroke of half-time. Roof to deliver. What's the ball in like? Oh, not quite good enough. Beaten away, but back to Roof. and another corner. Roof to deliver. What's this one like? Better. Cooper actually connects with it, does pretty well, but again, saved by John Ruddy. And that's it for the first half. Still win the game 2-1. Obviously good to be in front still, and hopefully going to push on in the second half. Might make 1 or 2 tweaks, but I think that'll probably be maybe a couple of minutes into the second half, I think. Costa makes a strong run, comes inside as well. Good chance for Wolves. They should score. I can see they were going to miss it though. You could just see with that cut back that on his left foot he didn't look so strong, and it lifts it over the bar. Should do so much better from that range. Don't care what foot you're on. It's lifted over the bar. Should do so much better. Really, really close to the goal, but unable to trouble Lonergan in the end. Trubisky onto Roof, running his way through. Can he get round Ruddy as well? Roof trying to, and unable to in the end because Ruddy didn't come out enough. Probably should have taken it first time, just the normal shot to be honest, but I expected Ruddy to come rushing out a bit more, didn't in the end, and it's going out for another call. Let's get it straight in with Roof, hopefully a better one this time, and cleared. I still don't think this game is quite over yet, so we're going to bring on Grot and Sacco. We'll take off Gomez and Stuart Dallas. Trubisky going behind the striker there with 30 minutes to go, hopefully going to try and add to the scoreline with those changes, add a little more pace into the team. Obviously Grot's going to hopefully hold things up a bit to allow Trubisky to run in behind. I think we'll probably get to the third change as well at some point. We'll have a look to who it is. It might be this, it's Ep11. I think it just depends on the scoreline. Sacco now has loads of space to run into. He's got past some of the defenders. He's still going as well. Can he get the finish right? Sacco! Oh no, he can't. It's dreadful. Could have maybe had the pass across the box, but I thought the shot seemed a better option, to be honest. Trubisky couldn't quite keep up with Sacco's pace and was getting closed off, and the shot was obviously the better option there. Just couldn't score. It should do so much better. Trubisky looking through to Grot. He's not that many chances. Grot, and he scores this one. It's his first shot since coming on, and he's only been on the pitch maybe 10 minutes or so. Grot scores, though, directs it past the goalkeeper. Great run from him. Good pass as well, actually, to see him to play that ball through, and he just manages to direct it into the bottom right-hand corner, and it's 3-1. Got ourselves hopefully into the next round now with 20 minutes left, and I think we'll probably look to the bench to make the final change. So yeah, Ep11 will come on. We'll take off Roof, give him a rest. Trubisky on the right-hand side. He can play there, so I'm fine with that. Sacco on the left-hand side. Grot will remain up front, but Ep11 will go play at centre attacking mid now. Okay, then here we go. Final 20 minutes. The change has been made now. Ep11's going to come on and get a run out. Obviously, 65 overall, so he's not a fantastic overall, but I still think he's got some talent though. He's got a little bit of pace about him as well, which is always helpful for us. And let's just see how he gets on in the final 20 minutes. Go on, Grot. Yes, he's beaten his man. Grot's still waiting for a bit of support. Is he going to find it with the ball across? No. Probably should have shot there, but nothing really to lose when you're winning the game 3-1 in the 90th minute, so I thought I'd try it. Didn't work. Bothwick Jackson through to Grot, who again's made a great run. Seems to be doing a good job actually. Grot this time is going to shoot, and this time straight at John Ruddy, and it would have gone out for a corner. But that's it for the game. Won it 3-1, gone into the next round as well. Fantastic performance given the team they put out. Very changed team, and the likes of Grot coming into the side as well later on did a good job, to be fair to him. Ep11 did okay as well. Trubisky was obviously fantastic as usual. 9.5 rating in that game. So yeah, can't really fault too many players there. Okay, so now through to the next round of the Cup. We are going to take another look at the transfer window, because also we're going to take a look at those players that we didn't quite manage to sign before the game. We're also going to take a look at potentially a left back as well, after the fact that Bothwick Jackson will be leaving at the end of the season. I don't think we'll sign him permanently, so we're going to try and look for a replacement left back to join us next season. Hopefully we can find one. Okay, so we're going to take a look at this left back called Juncker. David Juncker is what we're going to go with, or it might be David, not too sure. He's a Spanish left back from Eibar, obviously in the Liga, and he's got release clause £12.6 million. We're going to approach to sign though, because he's got 6 months left on his deal. I think he's like 75 overall, so obviously around that sort of range which you'll be looking at. Premier League quality, I think, as well, or at least for a newly promoted team. So we're going to take a look at him. We'll go with squad role as, I think, important. Again, might want crucial. He does want crucial, so we'll do that, and we'll accept that, and we'll hopefully try and sign him up. I think he's currently about 10 grand a week, so we'll hopefully use that to our advantage to try and get him for a similar sort of amount. Currently 24 years old, we'll go 4-year deal. Don't say 2, don't say 2. Yes, that's what he's after, about time. And we'll accept no release clause, of course. Let's go on to the wage. 16.5 grand is what he's after. I'm going to counter and say 15 is what we'll go with. Go 15 grand. I think we'll slightly increase 20 clean sheets. Wow. Okay, if he does get 20 clean sheets, I'll be very happy. We'll edit the bonus and we'll say 25 clean sheets, and you can have maybe a little bit more. 650. Submit the offer, see what he says, and hopefully he's willing to agree to that. No, he's decreased the clean sheets, has he? That's clever. Well, accept. I can't be bothered with all these negotiations. The agents are idiots most of the time. But at least we managed to sign up for next season. So we've got 3 players that have signed for next season now. I don't want to add anybody, I don't think, to our current team. I'm pretty happy with what we've got at the moment, to be honest. And we're going to take a look at this centre mid again. Hopefully we can soon. Could try again in a week. Yeah, I think we've got a couple more days to wait still. So in the meantime, we'll go to some player development. We're nearly at the end of today's episode. We'll get that transfer deal hopefully over the line with that centre mid, Pizarro, I think it is, very, very shortly. And we'll wait and see whether we are able to sign him before the end of today's episode. First of all, let's get with some play drills and see how we get on. Plenty of stats going up this week. Just no change in overall. Nobody that close to it either. And we'll hopefully see some more progress over the next couple of weeks. Okay, so we now should be able to renegotiate to sign Pizarro. He was obviously a little bit annoyed last time we tried to sign him because we didn't offer him enough wage. I can't remember actually how much we offered him, to be honest. Probably going to make the same mistake again, aren't we? He wants a crucial first team player. Let's accept. Let's go through all these sort of things and just get straight to the wage. Yeah, I think he's currently on 30 grand, so we're just going to offer him 32. Submit the offer, see what he says. Hopefully not annoy him too much with that. He wants 38 grand, okay, that's a lot of money, and he wants a lot of bonuses. 15 goals. Again, if he gets 15 goals, I'm more than happy to pay 900 grand. Signing off bonus of 540 as well. To be fair, we don't have any other signings planned. We've brought in that left back now. We may as well just use the money whilst we have it. So I think we'll just accept that. 38 grand's a lot of money, obviously, but I think he could be a really important player for us. He's a fast player as well in that midfield, so happy to sign him up. That's 4 signings in today's episode for next season. Like I said before, I had no intention really of bringing anybody else into the squad. I'm happy with it for this season. I want to try and keep it fairly realistic this season as well, as I usually do. So we won't go on to the game against Ipswich in today's episode. Not quite enough time, but we'll wait and see how we get on next episode. Also been doing a lot of transfers as well as playing that with the cup game as well, so not quite enough time to fit everything in. But that's everything for today's episode. Thank you all so much for watching. If we could try and hit 100 likes on today's episode, I'd really appreciate it. Also, if you're new to the channel or if you haven't subscribed yet, please go ahead, hit that subscribe as well down below, and that'd be absolutely fantastic. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget you can follow me on Twitter at GameFaceHD and on Instagram at GameFaceHD as well. The link to that is in the description below. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.